Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, Italy, a place to love. So, today we are going to explore another region, one of the 20 regions of Italy. And so, today we are going to explore in alphabetical order, we are going through Lazio. Now, Lazio, for who doesn't know, but probably everyone knows anyway, is the region where the main town of Italy, the capital of Italy, is. So I'm talking about Rome. But what do I want to say? That anyway, Lazio is not only Rome. So let's start our journey through the Lazio region and let's discover. So Lazio is not only Rome, exactly. Landscapes and monuments of Lazio. Rome, the capital of Italy and a unique open air museum in the world, is enough to make Lazio one of the most beautiful and interesting regions. Even in terms of landscape, it boasts an area of great impact and remarkable variety with its long coastline, beautiful hills, and Apennine mountains. A destination to fall in love with. Okay, let's explore a bit more. Now, here we are on the map of Lazio. Okay, as you see. Anyway, let's start from the main province that is also the capital of the region and the capital of the nation of Italy. So we are talking about Rome province. Then we have going north, we have Viterbo that has the border with Tuscany region. So we are talking about the center of Italy. Then going east direction, we have Rieti, another province. And then going southern direction, we have Frosinone, okay, also called Ciociaria, is well known this area of Italy at the border with Campania region. And then the last province here in the Lazio region is Latina. Now, as we can see, there are five provinces. So Viterbo, Rome, Rieti, Frosinone, and Latina. Okay, let's go and let's read the article in this website called italia.it. That is a very beautiful website for you who wants to know more about Italy. Okay, now let's read a little bit this paragraph. The capital region that amazes with its history and beautiful landscapes. Lazio is home to some of the most important monuments of Roman civilization, but is also a wonderful destination for those who want to experience its sea or its countryside, dotted with picturesque villages and charming towns. And then there's them, Lake Bracciano, the Aurunci Mountains, and the Circeo National Park, making Lazio an amazing nature destination. Okay, let's go into the article. Let's discover and let's start reading. Now, Lazio, the capital region that amazes with its history and beautiful landscapes. Lazio is a region rich in history, starting with Rome. Obviously, we have to start from Rome, the eternal city, the city of the Vatican, so the capital of the Roman Empire. So, a city that can amaze anyone and attracts millions of visitors, millions of guests every year. Now, with what it has left, Rome, with what it has left us and what it continues to represent, the former capital of the Roman Empire, then the heart of Christianity with its St. Peter's Square and papal seat. But Lazio is not only Rome, it is also the land of historic churches and abbeys scattered over the territory, of large and small historic centers and picturesque villages, of the consular roads that radiate out from Rome to the rest of Italy, crossing Lazio and its landscapes. The area is truly waiting to be discovered. with lakes, mountains, beaches, and beautiful countryside in the shadow of ancient aqueducts and manors. Okay, so here we have a map of Italy. Now, Lazio is a region in the central part of Italy, so bordering with Tuscany, with Marche, with Abruzzo region, and with Campania region. So mainly these are the region Marche, Abruzzo, Campania, and Tuscany. Also Umbria probably is also bordering a tiny bit with Umbria. Then let's read. Okay, here we have an image of obviously of the Colosseum. I guess most of you probably have visited Rome at least once in their life. And so, who haven't seen the Colosseum, who went to Rome? Nearly everyone. I say everyone. Now, Rome soon became one of the most important cities in the known world. The real expansion of the city occurred at the time of the Roman Republic, a period when the Romans conquered much of Europe and North Africa, as well as building important monuments and producing masterpieces in the arts. The most prosperous period came with Emperor Augustus, who founded the Roman Empire, because before was just a republic. It's with Augustus that became an empire, and promoted art and culture, while Christianity profoundly transformed the social structure, starting with the Emperor Constantine. With the end of the empire and the barbarian invasions, Rome lost its political centrality but remained the spiritual center of Europe as the residence of the popes and the nucleus of the church state for a millennium covering much of central Italy. Yeah, even just before the unification of Italy, 1861, there was the church state that was actually quite big, was taking all the central part of Italy, bordering south with the kingdom of the two Sicilies, with the kingdom of Naples, and bordering north with the Duchy of Tuscany and so many other little duchies that were part in Emilia-Romagna region, like the Duchy of Parma, Duchy of Modena. So, and then we had the Austro-Hungarians, the Savoy Kingdom. So, many different countries in one country, let me say. With the end of the reign of the popes, power passed to the Kingdom of Italy, as I just said, in 1861, which soon became its capital. Technically, Rome became the capital of Italy in 1871. So we had the unification of Italy in 1861. So for 10 years, the capital was Turin, because Turin was the capital of the Savoy Kingdom. Then the capital moved just for a very short period to Florence. And then when the church state was totally defeated, let me say in 1871, the capital had been moved to Rome. Uh, La Breccia di Porta Pia, that's an event that remembers when the Savoy Kingdom entered in the papal state, in the church state. Today, it is the capital of the Italian Republic. Now, the main cities of Lazio. Let's discover. Rome is, of course, the first city in Lazio, a wonder included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. In the Eternal City, there are world landmarks such as the Vatican City, St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican Museum, and the Sistine Chapel, the Roman aqueducts, and the Trevi Fountain. Who doesn't know these beauties? Thanks to the vastness of its archaeological sites, Rome is an open air museum. The Roman Forum, enclosed by the Palatine Hill, the Capitoline Hill, Via dei Fori Imperiali, and the Colosseum, preserve the remains of buildings and monuments that have made the history of the city. The Colosseum, in particular, is iconic. It was the largest amphitheater in which gladiators fights took place. But anyway, the Romans built many amphitheaters all over the Roman Empire. I just find actually that there is in a town called Sphex in Tunisia a Colosseum that is preserved exactly as the Colosseum in Rome. I was actually surprised to find out recently that there is this Colosseum in Tunisia. And it's a town called Sphex, Sfex. That's what it's spelled, if you want to see the pictures. Also, almost obligatory is a visit to the Pantheon, an important religious monument of ancient Rome built in the time of Augustus and dedicated to all the deities. It is worth visiting Villa Torlonia, a historic Roman villa in the city, surrounded by a huge park with statues, fountains, and a small lake called Lago del Fucino. Not to be missed is Isola Tiberina, in the heart of Rome, on the Tiber, an urban island that is undisputed symbol of the capital, which holds testimonies from every era, from Roman bridges to Renaissance churches. But Lazio is not only Rome. The medieval picturesque charm of the center of Viterbo harks back to the period, in the heart of the 13th century, when the city was the seat of the popes. Rich in monuments, it hosted the first and longest conclave in the history of the church, and is still rich in interesting churches, historical palaces, castles, towers, and beautiful squares. Then we have Frosinone. Frosinone is a city in the same province as Ciociaria. So, as I said, it's particular. Everyone knows in Italy that this area is called Ciociaria and has ancient origins, with a troubled past of earthquakes and looting and few historical testimonies, but of great importance. Latina was built during the Fascism in what was once the Pontine Marshes and is characterized by interesting rationalist architecture, but also by a province rich in attractions, the Pontine Highlands, the coastal lakes, and the Circeo National Park, just outside the city. The gardens just outside the city, the gardens of the nymphs, a natural monuments of the Republic, are not to be missed. It is beautiful English garden with a romantic appearance created by Lazio Caetani in 1921. Rieti is an ancient city with surroundings full of interesting villages, but also a unique landscape and historical heritage. Okay, now, what to see in Lazio? Four milestones. In addition to the main cities, Lazio offers many attractions. The first is Civita di Bagnoregio, an enchanting place in the Viterbo area called the Dying City because of the precariousness of its structure. It sits on a continuously eroding outcrop of tuff rock. Tuff is very typical rock, typical kind of rock in all the south of Italy. The island of Ponza is a glamorous destination for sea lovers. It is the main one among the Pontine Islands and boasts crystal clear sea, sandy shores, and fascinating caves. Immersion in nature is guaranteed on Lake Bracciano, of volcanic origin and populated since the Neolithic period. A picture postcard landscape made unique by woods, farmhouses, historical village, and rolling hills. Now, it's a common thing, for example, in the south of Italy to find old volcanoes that are not active anymore, which now we can find lakes. There are two or three, I think, in Lazio region. And for example, there's also here, not far from where I am, from Monte Milone, there is a mountain that is an ex-volcano, is an ex-active volcano, which on top we can find two beautiful lakes, circular lakes. They have a circular shape, and they are a beautiful place to visit to see and just to spend a day and relax. Now, trekking enthusiasts should note the Monti Lepini, which together with Monti Ausoni and Aurunci make up the largest mountain chain in Lazio. Although mostly wilderness, they offer many natural trails. The view is breathtaking. If you don't want to move too far from the capital, beautiful walking routes can also be found in the Alban Hills. We are located in the Castelli Romani area, and the area is full of trails to walk and activities to try. The most famous starting point is Rocca di Papa, while the most famous peak of the Colli Albani is Monte Cavo. All right, now, the unusual places of Lazio to stop for the curious. Unusual places in Lazio include Gaeta, a popular seaside destination and cradle of a significant historical and architectural heritage. Located at the southern end of the Riviera Ulysses, at the foot of Mount Orlando, it is known as the city of 100 churches. The Sacred Wood of Bomarzo is a curious natural park in the province of Viterbo, adorned with numerous basalt sculptures dating back to the 16th century, depicting monsters, deities, and mythological animals. Now, let's keep reading. Typical products of Lazio, six delicacies to savor. Let's see and let's read. The Latium cuisine is known for its special pasta shapes such as bucatini, large, hollow durum wheat noodles that win the palate with any sauce. Let's read it again. As bucatini, large, hollow, durum wheat noodles that win the palate with any sauce, and capelli d'angelo, very fine noodles used for broths and soups. Among the delicacies are pecorino romano, a hard cheese made from the whole milk of Sardinian sheep, and porchetta di ariccia, made from cooked pork with a tender texture. Typical Roman products include the Roman artichoke, beautiful, amazing. I tasted and they are making with lovely recipes, spineless and without inner hair, with an intense and sweet flavor, and the Gaeta olive, slightly tapered with an aromatic taste. Then, obviously, let's not forget about carbonara. I mean, the main dish from Rome that everyone loves in the world. Who doesn't love carbonara? Anyway, events in Lazio, two occasions not to be missed. Among the events not to be missed in Lazio are the Ronciglione Carnival, one of the oldest and most beautiful in Italy, and the Feast of St. Peter's and St. Paul in Rome, held every 29th of June in honor of the city patron saints. Okay, my friends, so with this lovely image from the Carnival of Ronciglione, Italy is well known for the carnival, of course, the Venice one, Viareggio, but anyway, in many towns during February, March, when we have the carnival and we get dressed, you can find beautiful and amazing experience. Okay, my friends. So after being exploring this region, Lazio region, I'll meet you in the next episodes with the 20 regions of Italy to be discovered with Antonio, Italy, a place to love. I'll see you to my next video. Bye.